Hey there, and welcome back to my channel. So today is part 16 of my second impression series, where I just go along and show you fragrances that I hauled in the past couple of months, sometimes a month, that were more than likely blind buys, and now I have a second impression that I can give you guys a more thorough kind of quick mini review. So you guys love this series, I love this series. There are a whole bunch of Givenchys that I talked about way more in depth in all my Givenchy fragrance video that I did a while ago. So if you haven't checked that out already, definitely check that out. I'm gonna leave the Givenchys for last. We'll go through the others and then we will get to it. And if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And as always, all that information, including coupon codes for the two main stores that I get my fragrances, are in the description box below. So check that out and let's get into it. So the first one I'm going to start with, or the first two rather, are actually by Maison Lancome. And you guys know, if you've been watching, that I love that range. I have a whole bunch. I'm waiting to get, hopefully, at least like maybe some decants or little samples of the ones I'm missing in the range, so that when I do a full video, I have more of them to talk to you about. So don't worry, just waiting on that, and it's going to be a little bit longer, but at least then it'll be a lot more thorough. So the two that I have to talk to you about are both ouds. I'm going to start with the one I'm not the fan of, and then I'm going to show you the one that I am a fan of. And this is honestly the only Maison Lancome that I've tried thus far that I really am not a fan of. It's the one I was most worried about as well, but it was discontinued. I saw it online and I love this packaging, and the packaging is changing, so I don't hate it, but I'm definitely open to giving decants of this to friends and family to, yeah, if they're into it. So this is Oud Ambrosie, and this one, out of the bottle, I like it more. Right now, as I'm smelling it, I haven't sprayed it in a while. It's not as bad, but realistically, I don't have any fragrance here. Good. It has a very sour honey note, and I hate that. I like everything else around it. The oud is nice. It's not that strong of an oud. I feel like even within the Maison Lancome, or Lancome in general, there are definitely stronger ouds, but that doesn't bother me. It is that sour honey, and I feel like you either love it or you hate it, and I really don't like it. And I've tried so hard to kind of get myself into it, and this is an extreme thing to say, but the reality is that it kind of has like a urine type smell to it, to my nose. Obviously, try it out, see if you like it. There are definitely people who like it, as it was very popular, but yeah, I don't think this is a safe blind buy, and I wouldn't say that for a lot of the Maison Lancomes, but I genuinely don't think this is a safe blind buy. It really does pull in like a very sour honey way that on an off day can smell kind of urine-like. So it's not horrible, but it just really falls flat, especially when I'm comparing it to my other Maison Lancomes that are just win after win after win. And of course, I don't have all of them, and I don't even plan on getting decants of all of them, because the Figue and Agrumes, the fig one, I just don't think I'd be into at all. I feel like it's going to be a very green fig fragrance, which I know I'm not into. And then the Pivoine one is supposed to be peppery. I don't know. I like distinctly am not going for those, but because I know I'm not going to like them. But oud was usually a safer bet for me, and this is one, if not the only oud fragrance thus far that I feel like I have a very hard time to wear, and it doesn't even have to do with the oud. It's with that very sour honey note. So that being said, the oud I do like is Oud Bouquet, a classic. I feel like most people like this. It's got something about it. It really does last a very long time. It's kind of medicinal. The rose is interesting. I still think I prefer L'Autre Oud to this, if I'm in the mood for an oud fragrance and I'm very in that like oudy mood, then L'Autre Oud is more up my alley because it's more bitter and it's stronger on the oud. This is very much a rosy oud, and it's kind of medicinal. I do like it though. I really, really like it, but I have to be in a particular mood to wear this all day because it is beast mode, and I'm not complaining. Then we will go to Terracotta by Guerlain. I did a whole video on this, so I will recommend that you watch it if you're interested in this fragrance, as I know a lot of people are. It's not discontinued, but what I basically found out from you guys is it's very easy to find in some countries and then kind of impossible in others. So in France and Canada, it seems pretty easy to find. In the States, you guys have a harder time finding it. And like little 20 mils or 15 mils tend to show up on FragranceNet and Fragrance X, I believe. So keep an eye out for that. But if you are in Canada, you can get it on Shoppers. Just make sure online. It's always online and in select stores. I love it. I think it's so, so nice. It's also very strong. When you think about the fact that sunscreeny fragrances aren't always that strong, it's got a very beachy feel to it without being too far down like a sunscreen type fragrance, but it is very beachy. It's a very strong kind of like tiare, jasmine, beachy floral, and it's got like slight muskiness to it as well. I love it. It's so incredible how quickly this transports me to a vacation I have not even had, and it just makes me want to go away on holiday somewhere and take this. It's beautiful. Like with a lot of other people, I agree, this is disappointing from Guerlain. It's just a sticker. It's not even like always directly in the center, and from the back you can see the glue of the sticker. This should have been etched in. They saved money on packaging, I will say that. But in terms of a fragrance, I really, really do like it. I completely rate it, and I cannot wait at the very least for it to be summertime so I can wear it when it's meant to be worn, or hopefully on holiday at some point someday. Then the next one is actually by Guerlain as well, and it's from the like more exclusive, expensive line, and this is, I'm just trying to see, it's 75 ml. So this is Cruel Gardenia, and this is the only one from this range I've tried because I managed to snag it on Fragrance Buy. So that I could get a deal on it. And there are definitely more from the range I want to try because I feel like these really, like, they scream my name. I feel like I'd be into them, but if I'm being completely honest, I have not worn this fragrance. Maybe I'll wear this as my fragrance of the day. I have not put one on yet. Obviously, other than the two I'm trying. I do like it. Like, now that I've worn it and every time I try it, I like it, but for whatever reason, this kind of has gotten lost in my collection, and I need to be better about pulling it out. It's a very musky, buttery floral. It's obviously got gardenia in there, but it's more of, I think, a floral cocktail, and it's got that like quintessential Guerlain powderiness, which I love. So it really does have a lot of qualities of a fragrance that I would be into and I am into. It was expensive and I don't regret it at all, but I need to be better about pulling it out. I don't know if I was just nervous because it was so expensive and I wasn't wearing it, but there's 75 mils. I have hundreds of perfume. You gotta wear what you love, and this is a really nice one. I have obviously had a lot of recommendations from you guys of other ones to try from the range, and I will do so as soon as they pop up on one of these discount websites so that I can get a deal on them because they are not cheap. But in the comments below, leave again like your top 3 if you tried a bunch so that I can keep my eye out. All right, so now we'll get to DKNY Nectar Love. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I've talked about it before. This is a very, very surprising fragrance for me in that I really, really did not expect to like it based on, or to like it as much as I do based on either the house or the scent itself. But it's a really nice honey fragrance, and this is the kind of honey fragrance I am down for in comparison to Oud d'Ambrosie. This is a lot lighter. It's more of like a honey waxy fragrance. It's more floral. It's a little cleaner, and it's in no way sour. I even kind of like the bottle. Like, really, sometimes blind buys will just go right just like you expect them to, and sometimes they'll go wrong like you expect them to. But when I figured this would just be like a meh fragrance, and it really, for some reason, touched a chord with me, I feel like I wear this and I've reached for this more often than I've reached for Cruel Gardenia, which is insane because I was way more excited for this one. But you just can't really tell what's gonna be your vibe sometimes. And I totally rate this fragrance. It's shown up like at Shoppers, but also on a bunch of discount websites for a lot cheaper than the retail value. So if you see it, I have got the 100 ml and I got it for a very, very good deal. Definitely try it out if you like a clean floral honey that's a little bit waxy and a little bit shampoo-y. I am totally down for that. Then on the other side of the price spectrum, I have Byredo Blanche. I think I'm going to do like a full video on my Byredo fragrances. Yeah. And this one I have long wanted. I have sampled for ages, and other than Bal d'Afrique, which is my baby, by Byredo, the two I've really wanted to get full bottles of because I've tried them. And samples have been Blanche and Mojave Ghost. And I decided to go for Blanche last minute. It's a very, very clean, white, musky, pure fragrance. Even though I have a lot of clean fragrances, this stands on its own. It's got something about it where I feel like I immediately know what it is. It doesn't smell like laundry. It smells even cleaner than laundry, if that's even possible. And yeah, I actually do really like the Byredo bottles. I like the house. I know that's not popular opinion sometimes in like the frag head community, but genuinely, like, I like what I like, and I really do like that house. Not all their fragrances, but a lot of them. Another fragrance that has so surprised me and I keep wearing is Hakuchur Eau de Toilette by Givenchy. We're getting into the Givenchys now, and this is one that I can't stop wearing. I will just spray this at night sometimes just because it makes me so happy and in like a very alluring kind of way. It's very hard to explain. It's a very much a going out fragrance. It smells like you've worn, I've said this before, it smells like you've worn fragrance all night. You've got like secondhand cigarette smoke on your skin. It's a little musky, it's a little bitter, it's a little sweet. And it's not theoretically a nighttime fragrance, but there is just something about this, probably because we can't do a lot of things we used to do before all this happened. And this just makes me reminisce about all the good times, and I really, really love it. And then the next two, I'll kind of talk in unison about them. Play for Her and Play for Her Intense. I haven't really changed my opinion from that video. Play for Her I like a lot more. I wear more often, but honestly, I'll pull this out sometimes as well. They're both kind of light though. And I don't know if that's partially because they're very old formulations and they've just kind of lost their longevity, or because I've never tried them when they were being manufactured, or if that's just their vibe. So I will say, just a note, they do sit pretty close to the skin. All right, so now we get to the last three. They're still Givenchys and they're all in the same Ange range. So I'll go in order of love to hate. It hasn't changed from that video. The Ange, the original Eau de Parfum, I adore. I absolutely love this fragrance. I cannot stop wearing it. This would 100%, if I did another video on intoxicating fragrances, this would 100% be in it. There is just something about it. There's a duality to it. There is something in the sillage that it leaves that is intoxicating to me, even when I'm just wearing it myself. And I'm so, so happy to have that fragrance in my collection. In second place from this from these three rather is Ange Démon Le Parfum. This is just more floral, and it's kind of removed a lot of the intrigue that the OG has. It smells completely different, obviously, but this is a nice one. I do like it. It's just a little bit more generic. And in this range, usually the fragrances tend to be, even if you don't like them, they're more interesting. And that one, it smells like something I've smelled before, but I do like it. And the one I like the least from all the Ange Démons that I've tried so far is Le Secret Eau de Toilette. I think I was supposed to get the Eau de Parfum. I've said that before. That's the one I think you guys have been recommending. This is a kind of citrusy, slightly chypre fragrance, and I do like it. Now, having smelled it, I will wear it. It's not one that I'm not drawn to. As you can see, I've actually put a pretty good dent in it, which surprises me even. But out of the three, it's probably the one I reach for the least. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave me in the comments below your, first of all, your suggestions for which Guerlains I should try from this range, and also which one of these fragrances you've tried or you'd like to try. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!